Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the LA Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Carlos Martinez, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Chase Utley heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Second baseman, number 26.
First and 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike one. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Yeah, a nice job there as this one gets right up the middle to start the ball game. Always nice to put a guy in the stretch right from the very start.
Corey Seager will stand in, and he enters play with the 6th highest home run total in the National League.
Boy, this guy's having a big year putting up the power numbers. Certainly going to help him out when it comes to negotiating that new contract at the end of the year.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, and Holiday seems to be a little inconsistent when it comes to calling the corners. I don't think he favors hitters or pitchers necessarily, though. You're just not always sure what he's going to call at those spots.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, I think that's a pitch we're going to see a lot of tonight. It's much different than that four-seam fastball, and he gets a lot of run on that thing.
And he reaches for one out of his own and misses rather badly for the first out. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Boy, this team is so tough to pitch to. They have the fewest strikeouts in the league. So if they continue to be aggressive at the plate, drive the ball into the gaps, and try to hang a crooked number up on this team early.
Justin Turner will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. From the stretch. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Already hitting 98 miles an hour here in the first inning. He's one of the hardest throwers that these guys will see all year long.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. One and two now as this catches the outer half. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw gets him, 2 down. Now that we have a chance,
Batting
a look at the
fourth,
defense for the
first
St.
baseman
Louis
number
Cardinals.
23.
It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Matt Carpenter can play a number of positions. He played second, third base. For me, he's better suited at third base. Very sure-handed. He's got a good enough arm to play over there. And I think he's a bit more comfortable at that position.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in. And as you can see, it's another early RBI opportunity for the National League leader in that category.
Yeah, and you know he can be found on the leaderboards for batting average and home runs too, guys. So he's having a special year so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
1-1, here it comes. Belted high and deep into right center. Piscotty going back on it, and this will kick off the fence now up against the Cardinal bullpen. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
And after getting shut out the last time they took the field, they didn't wait too long to get on the board here, and that's going to make it a 1-0 lead. They're off and running here in the very first inning.
Howie Kendrick will stand in now, and his batting average currently good for 7th in the National League.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
And that misses ball one. Now for Adrian, he's in scoring position with his 15th double of the year. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. The Dodgers get a run on the Adrian Gonzalez double. Home half of the first coming up from Busch Stadium. It's now 1-0 L.A. Brandon McCarthy is on the mound for the Dodgers in this contest. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's been what you would call a fourth or fifth starter. Got a career ERA of over 4, but he will give you innings, and he is dependable.
Stephen Piscotty comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom
Leading
half
off
of the
for St.
first.
Louis, right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. McCarthy's ready. Here's the 0-2. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I love what Matt Carpenter brings to the table for this team.
And he hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
Rendell Grichuk comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Eric, you look at your former employers, the Dodgers, as they enter play here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good groove lately. Victorious in 7 of their last 9.
And on top of that, they've already spotted their starter an early lead in this one, so they're going to let their guy work with the lead right away.
And this is taken for the out.
Third.
And with that,
Third
let's look at how the
baseman.
Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what's the word?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Matt Carpenter gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little.
Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And what's the call? It's a home run. And now hold everything here. We're going to have a conference down that first base line, as there may be some discussion as to whether or not this was really a fair ball. And you can see the umpires pointing down the right field line. We may have a situation here where they'll need to go and review whether or not this was really a home run. And that's precisely what's going to happen, as we'll give you a look on our monitors here. All right, the review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second is Carpenter. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
7 straight games with a base hit now, and that's a solid week or so of swinging the bat with some authority.
Matt Holliday will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Swing and a line drive, but this is going to get foul. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hard hit toward the hole. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here, as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller, the thought is that you got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Brandon Moss will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 delivery. Grounded to short. Reined in. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. It's on to inning number 2 now in St. Louis. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Yasmani Grandal will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game.
Yasmani Grandal.
In there, 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. That misses 1-2.
Good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Full count. 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting them with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Here's Jock Peterson now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
And that misses 1-1. Lifted into center field. Grichuk is after it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Scott Van Slyke into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Tap fouled at home plate. Here it comes, 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Grounded to third. On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. Dodgers down in order. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Johnny Peralta steps in now, just hoping for something to go his way. And as you can see, that has not been the case in recent days. McCarthy steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And a rather easy first out.
Batting 7th, second baseman.
And with that, there you get a look at what's happening in the race in the National League West. Colton Wong will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one. Dodgers have the early 1-0 advantage as we play the second. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. You know, maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Bounce to first. Gonzalez has got it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 8th, catcher, Yadier Molina.
Yadier Molina gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike one.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down the first baseline. And Gonzalez will take it over himself, and that'll do it. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Brandon McCarthy set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know, it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 2-1.
Boy, I think 2-0, and you're the pitcher, you got to be taken.
Push to the right side. Now a reach, and he takes a tumble here, but hangs on for the first out.
Hey, that was nice.
And let's check this one out again. Look at him stretch out for this thing, and then he's going to tuck into a nice little barrel roll at the end there. That was pretty sweet.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley. As he'll hit a ground ball here to the right side. Throw to first, and Utley's retired, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Yeah, it took him a few batters to get it going in the first, but after that first inning run, he's come back to retire the next 6 in a row.
Corey Seager comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
You'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Holiday is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers, but they lead it 1-0. Carlos Martinez digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Cardinals. Pitcher, Carlos Martinez.
And a ball 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. McCarthy gets the sign. 1-1 on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Seager moving to his right, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Stephen Piscotty will stand in as the lineup turns over here. He was called out on strikes to open the home first.
Yeah, and he went down on 3 straight pitches, so he didn't put up much of a fight in that at-bat. Looking for a better one right here.
And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a little tapper, and he'll pounce on this quickly to tag him out.
And this doesn't even seem physically possible. I mean, how can a catcher who's in a crouch 3 feet behind the batter wind up fielding the baseball and tagging the runner all in one motion? I think he just broke the laws of physics out there.
Here's Randall Grichuk. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. On the ground to third. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Justin Turner is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, Justin Turner.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Tapper right back to the mound. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here's Adrian now. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. And there's a swing and a miss as Adrian finds himself in an 0-2 hole now.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit slowly back to the mound. Throw gets him. 2 down. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And whoa, you see the big number. About 99 for a top speed. Not too many guys around the league can match that. Howie Kendrick is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. And here's a ball hit in the air. And here's Moss to make the catch, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Dodgers down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Matt Carpenter is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
McCarthy looks in. 0-1 pitch on its way. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sent on the ground out to second. Utley is there and reined in 1 away.
The left fielder, number 7.
And these 2 teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the 2 starters scheduled to oppose one another. Standing in, Matt Holliday. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And it's quickly 0-2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Hit out towards second. Utley's up with it. Throw on to first, and Holiday will take a little vacation as he's retired, 2 gone.
And you just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set now.
Brandon Moss will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And that's in there. Base hit. He's around first on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Man, I'll tell you, talk about veteran leadership and showing youngsters how to approach each and every at-bat at the major league level. Well, just show him the tape of this swing. If he tries to pull this pitch, it's either a 4-hopper or an easy fly ball. Instead, he knows just to basically throw his hands at this thing, and he's able to drive it the other way for a double.
Here's Johnny Peralta now, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Two out here and a runner at second. Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit, and he'll barrel right through the stop sign, headed for the plate, and he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a 1-run deficit here as the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Yasmani Grandal heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
The catcher, number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Here's a high pop-up. Carpenter is underneath this one. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
Peterson.
Jock Peterson is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
And this is going back to the pattern he's been using here lately. Set him up inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Curveball, or maybe even the circle change there. 2-2 regardless.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
1 run, 2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. And you see it there on your screen. Strikeout number 100 for him on the year, and that ain't bad. Scott Van Slyke stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Ball one.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
2 out, nobody on. To 2-2 now. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the third hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Brandon McCarthy stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
He's set, and the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Dodgers leave 1, but they're up 1-0. Colton Wong comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he takes ball 1. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Hit down the line at first. And Gonzalez takes this one over to first himself for the out. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Yeah, and there you see where they rank in that stat category. And it's always nice to know that whoever steps on the bump for you, you're going to have a chance to win. A lot of teams are envious of that stat, and these pitchers, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've accomplished so far.
First delivery to him on the way. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Into the box now, Carlos Martinez. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. To second for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is by just way too hard. So that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Stephen Piscotty will dig in for the third time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first two trips. On the ground up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Here's Randall Grichuk. Grounded up the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Trying to hold the lead. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Cards strand a couple. They still trail 1-0. Chase Utley will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all 0 since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
First pitch of the at-bat. Right there for strike one. Well, for that man right there, only the one run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
Lifted the other way to left center. Holiday moves over. 1 down.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Corey Seager will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike. 1 out, nobody on. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Squared that one up just a little late. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Yeah, that pitch, it's coming back hard with a lot of tail to it, but it just can't get in quite far enough.
That's lifted the other way out to left. After it is Holiday, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Justin Turner will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Ground ball right side. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Here's Adrian now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
But now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he tried to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. 1 left for LA, but they're on top 1-0. Leading off the inning, Matt Carpenter, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Again, he sends it out of play. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Well, this guy has been like a maestro out there tonight. He starts another inning off with a strikeout. And a lot of these guys, they're not even close with their swings. He's had them eaten right out of the palm of his hand.
Matt Holliday will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
And McCarthy able to get ahead of him here with the fastball. It's 0-1.
Well, this is an important time for him to bear down. He's thrown the ball very well, but he doesn't want to let the meat of this order ruin what he's done so far.
And he falls behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a swing and heads up as he had to hit the deck for dear life that time. Here's the 0-2. Right side. Utley gets to it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Well, only 3 strikeouts for him in the ball game, but when you got that slow stuff, keeping guys off balance, you don't need to rely on strikeouts.
Brandon Moss will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Turner into shallow left. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're down 1-0. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Howie Kendrick will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and very even game through 6 innings.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Oh, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drilled right back up the middle. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
Yasmani Grandal will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
He's set. Here it comes. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A runner at first with no outs here. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to Moss, and they get them both. The double play.
Now batting.
I think this one falls into the category of tailor-made. Here you go. 1, 2 hops to second, the feed to the bag, and a 4-6-3 double play. That's as easy as it comes.
Here's Jock Peterson now. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Way outside. 1-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
Well, this looks like one of those swings where it was just a flat-out guess. This is not one of those guys where you can sit off speed and then just react to the fastball. You're not going to just react to 98. But give him credit however he did it. He put a good swing on that ball.
Here's Scott Van Slyke as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way the teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Hit on the ground to short. Backhanded. And now against his body, a jump throw. And the throw will not be in time, as I don't think he was going to get him anyway, but a fine effort nonetheless.
But this would have taken a superhuman effort right here, deep in the hole. You see, he doesn't have time to plant himself, so he just leaps into the air, fires it across the diamond. Just a great effort, but this was always going to be a base hit.
There goes Cardinal manager Mike Matheny on his way out to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Not an altogether bad performance here, 6 2/3, but he stands to be the loser unless things can turn around. Tyler Lyons will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Tyler Lyons.
Stepping in now, Brandon McCarthy. Hit back up the middle. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Dodgers strand a couple, but they lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Johnny Peralta, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. And that misses 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Swing and a liner. but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Now, getting that first out is always critical in a one-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
Colton Wong.
Colton Wong will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. He's got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep from rolling over.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, it's the 7th inning. It looks like he's just jumped into the ball game. A strikeout to start things, and now an 0-2 count.
0-2, here it comes. And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
So 2 are gone now for Yadier Molina. And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Now a hard liner. But this is a foul ball. This is hit high and deep out to left. Kendrick going back at the track. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Dodgers out in front, 1-0. Chase Utley comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting.
Very tight ball game so far. 1-0 the score as we take a look at our starter comparison. And both guys have given excellent performances to this point. Corey Seager will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
On the ground to the right side. Wong has it on to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Now batting.
Pitching certainly has been on display in this one, and there's the evidence of it right there. 1-0 our score, as there are an awful lot of zeros on that line score to this point. Striding into the box, Justin Turner. He singled his last time up. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
The 0-2 home. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
The crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
In tight with the slider, 2-2. Chopped in front of home plate. Molina gonna have to hurry. On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They lead it 1-0. Matt Adams will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 32, Matt Adams.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is line to left, and that's going to be a base hit, so a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. So a big moment here, and standing in, Stephen Piscotty, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
McCarthy comes set. First pitch on the way. And that misses for ball 1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Seared down the first baseline. And a reach with the backhand, but he comes up empty as that gets by him. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
Now back-to-back singles here to start the inning. And that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
Rendell Grichuk will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Even though this is still just a one-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Third baseman,
He
number
knows his
13.
job is to hang on to the lead for his team.
Carpenter.
But with a guy in scoring position, he's got to do something to come up big. Not a whole lot bigger situation to come up with a strikeout than right there. He's fired up about it, but he's still got some work to do right now. He's not out of this thing yet.
So stepping in, Matt Carpenter, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now here's the Dodgers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that'll be all she wrote for Brandon McCarthy. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score.
Your attention, please. Now
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here.
Liberato.
First offering on its way. Runners breaking for the plate. And the squeeze was on, but this one will get foul. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And a big strikeout there. I mean, this would be quite a tightrope act if he could get out of this while stranding that tying run at third.
Matt Holliday steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Kenley Jansen will come on now in a save situation, but he'll be asked to get 4 outs here instead of 3. And a fastball is in there for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
They were in good shape with the first 2 on to start the inning, but the rally definitely stalled out from there.
Looking to keep the shutout intact. Here it comes. Now a ball lined to the left side. He struck him out. In and out of trouble as the inning is over. Dodger bullpen does its job. We've played 8 full. LA's on top, 1-0. Nice shot of downtown St. Louis as we're set for the 9th inning here from Busch Stadium. Jonathan Broxton come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Adrian Gonzalez will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
This whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Grichuk racing back, and just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
This guy's had such a good year at the plate. Driving in runs, hitting the ball out of the ballpark. You kind of expect a ball like this to clear the wall, but instead it's going to be off the wall. And he just cruises into second with another double on the season.
Here's Howie Kendrick. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second.
He's out.
Quick out number 1.
And that's just a really nice job right there. After the leadoff double, I don't care who the next guy is. He has to, at the very least, make a productive out. And that's a good job right there as he gets his man to third, now with just one out.
Yasmani Grandal will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Wong is there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Well, that's a disappointing at-bat right there with 1 out.
Now batting.
He got it airborne all right,
fielder.
but he winds up hitting it straight up in the air. And as a result, he can't pick up that runner from third base.
Here's Jock Peterson now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
And in a game like this, there's no telling how important an insurance run that may turn out to be. He plates that run on the RBI double to make it a 2-run lead now, which may not sound like that much, but it makes a world of difference for anyone who's coming in to try to close this game.
Jordan Walden will take over with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9. Scott Van Slyke will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
First pitch coming, here it is. Bunt attempt with 2 outs. Carpenter bare hands it. Throw to first in time, and you got to question that decision as the side is retired. Dodgers get 1 in the inning on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Redbirds. It's now 2-0 LA. Brandon Moss will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
First baseman,
whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Jansen's ready. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
And how big was that run they just scored in the top of the ninth? Now, even a home run here won't tie this thing up.
hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Looking up is Van Slyke. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo home run that time for Brandon Moss. Home run number 9 on the year. And with it, the Redbirds have made this a 2-1 game.
Now how important was that run from the top of the ninth? We could have been looking at a tie ball game right now, but instead, they're going to need to find a way to put up one more on the board here in the bottom of the ninth.
The shortstop, number 27, Johnny Peralta.
Here's Johnny Peralta now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Fastball called for strike 2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, and that's usually a fastball.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off. He comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Brian Pena will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
33, Ryan Pena.
Throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Here's the pitch. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
The catcher, number 4.
Cardinals are down to their final out now. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 now to Molina. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And they'll squeeze this one for the final out. And the Dodgers have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Excellent work to finish this one off. And he picks up save number 30 now on the year.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a lot of positives to take from this outing, no doubt. You see the numbers there, 7 1/3 strong innings. He really put him in a good position to win this ball game.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 2-1. Good night from St. Louis.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For St. Louis, 1 run on 9 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Brandon McCarthy. His record is now 4-0. Credit the save to Kenley Jansen, his 30th. The loss goes to Carlos Martinez. He falls to 7-6. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout of 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely. Have a good night.